Hi, I'm John. I'm an alcoholic. Hi, John. Just quickly, when I came out here in 2004, I had a book called The Sermon on the Mount. And what I love about the book is that God saved me to live life. And this program is about recovery. So the whole point of that book is to grow and change. I like change. I embrace change. It's how you grow spiritually. Being bored in spiritual stagnation is not good for me. So the whole idea is to keep rereading it, and learning new things. So it keeps my interest, and it works. So when Martha's book was coming out, I didn't know what to expect. After 14 years of recovery, 10 months ago, I struggled. I relapsed on some painkillers. I didn't know what to do coming off of it, and then I do what we do. I drank myself into the emergency room in 7 days. And after that, Martha had come by to see me, and she's like, Brooklyn, it's a part of your story. She's like, that 14 years doesn't go away. You've changed. You found your God. You understand. You have a relationship. And this was a blind. I would advise everyone here that it scared the living crap out of me. I never realized what would happen to me once my mind got into that addictive state again after 14 years. And it was scary. So, getting to know Martha, I went into the retreat. I came out of the retreat, and she said, "Can I be a part of your recovery?" So we got to know each other. She's a very, very important person in my life today. And I couldn't wait for this book to come out. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect it to be like a workbook, but I thought it would be like a regular book, but I know. So I went in to have a meeting with her one day, and I was so excited, and I'm like, "So how's the book coming?" And I saw a look in her face like, "Oh God, I wish I had a puppy right now to give her," because she looked like she was struggling a little bit. I felt horrible, but I knew it would get done. So while I'm reading the book, after the first chapter, I love You Had Me at Hello, Jerry Maguire, great movie. But then I saw that there was something to do. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be really good, because again, I don't like to be bored, I like to do things. So I would do everything after the hospitality thing, after the first chapter. And then we got to a chapter about helpless. I've been doing calligraphy my whole life. I enjoy it. I love to do it. I write it in my cards for my daughter. So the assignment was to write the word helpless in the middle of a page. So it would have been nice if it would have been up there. So what I did was I wrote the word helpless. And then what that did was it started to bring out some feelings about my relapse. And the red things here were like thorns or vines, and those were my nerves. And what happens is it really made me reflect on it, which I think was a good thing, just to maybe let it go and stuff. So I started to write things how I was feeling, in the worry, the fear, powerless, and I started to do it a little more in calligraphy. And so, while I'm reliving something that was pretty hard, there is a solution. There's always a solution. But what happens is you start saying things to yourself like, I'll take care of this, I can do this, I'm fine, drink, don't talk, this sucks, I don't feel good, but I'll be okay. And all of that stuff started to come out. So at the bottom of it, though, is the solution. And that, how do I explain it? There is always a solution to everything. So it's okay to feel something, but what it did is, when I do something like this, it makes me feel. It makes me not to be afraid of anything that happened, because it's just part of life in my recovery. But now, I have that calligraphy itch in me. So something can start out as one thing, and I've spent, before the relapse, I spent every single night at least a half hour dedicated to God. I owe God that, to learn more about Him, for helping me to understand Him more, how to apply it in my life. And I enjoy it instead of just sitting in front of the TV. But now, I took out my calligraphy pens, I started writing more and more, and I started writing in here, and I showed it to Martha. And now I started to frame it, and one of my favorite things is the Lord's Prayer. So I did it in calligraphy, and it now hangs in my living room and stuff. So the point being is, you could feel helpless, and it's okay, but there's always a solution to that. And thank you for that, Martha.